Hey everybody, Tin Plated, I'm Rob.
I'm Sean, and Vendrick's awaiting.
Yep, gonna take a shot at the king. Probably gonna miss. Well, that's a good way to start. This bodes well.
We're exploring new territory.
What's with the little St. Mary statue? Read the message.
Someone wants to share their love of evil Jesus. Torch required ahead. I guess we could light a torch?
See what happens. Other than you get raped by a statue of the Virgin Mary.
Now how are we supposed to know that was a torch? And that doesn't... Whoa, there's a loud rumbling noise. And whoa. Oh.
Sean, what have you done?
Woke it up. Maybe this will make... Oh, hey, and that's nice.
Was that always there?
We've never been down here.
Oh.
Although it's near the bonfire, I can hear it. Soul vessel. Well,
what does that do?
that's the thing where you take it back to, someone and they let you redo your stats. Soul of a hero. Okay. I wonder if lighting all that up did anything.
Has to have done something.
Other than light everything up. Sure as shit looks different. There's stuff over there. Ooh, do you think they'll stay like that? And wait patiently for me to come up behind and backstab him? Nope!
So this just changed our plan for today.
Yeah? Sorry, Vendy. You're gonna have to wait a minute. Also, it's a little disconcerting coming back to this one. Because we just shot a video which actually should be coming out today. The, long-awaited Havel versus Havel fight.
I won't spoil it for you, but a Havel wins.
Yup. So, that should actually be released at the same time as this video.
Matter of fact, you probably watched it first, because...
It was really, really short. Science gauntlets. Okay. So then I should be able to just...
you might want to walk through that doorway, see what's there.
That's where we came from, man.
Was it?
Yeah. That's how we originally got down here.
Oh.
And we went down here to get Simpleton Spice and Soul of a Great Hero. Ghost left. There is no ghost to the left. Unless the ghost is scared away by all the light.
Could be.
It's a long ladder.
Wow. Good AI.
He just sort of patiently waited for us to kill him. Maybe he was, you know, spending his whole time praying for sweet release. Crushed eye orb and a fire seed. What the fuck is a crushed eye orb? Invade world of a traitor?
Nice.
Huh? You think that's like the one that let us invade, what's his name? He was in the gold suit, he killed the firekeeper.
Yes, probably.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna run back to the bonfire and reset my flask, and I guess we'll go back to trying to fight Vendrick.
And there you go.
That was an interesting little detour.
Probably the most interesting thing that'll happen in this video.
Huh. I mean, it was... Would you call that a productive trip?
I would. I would. We have something for our live stream on July 4th.
Wandering around aimlessly and hoping that thing activates?
The crushed eye, yeah.
Yep. I don't know, our live stream is supposed to be PvP. No.
I imagine you're invading a player that has committed some sort of sin in the game.
That's the blue orb.
Well, there's multiple ways to fuck up. Maybe it's people who've killed people who are within their own clans.
You have no way of knowing whether or not you've done that. That would be pointless. And some of the covenants are devoted to fighting people in your own clan. No, it's got to be some sort of NPC summon thing, like, you know, like it was last time.
It doesn't have to be. There could be some mechanic that lets you become a traitor in this game. Maybe if you ring a bell while being in the Bell Protectors.
The music is really, like, barely present. It's just sort of a ding, ding.
Something subtle for a fight of this magnitude?
Yeah. Or, you know, keeping the air of long, drawn-out boredom. My god, it's an almost imperceptible chunk of health each time I swing.
You think you're bored playing? Try watching.
It's extra irritating because I have to stay focused, because if I fuck up, well, we've seen how hard he hits. Well, about like that.
Yeah, precisely that hard.
Yeah. So it's this long, drawn-out, tedious shit, but you have to keep your focus locked in the whole damn time. It's infuriating.
Sounds very Japanese.
You know, if I wanted torturous meditation, I'd just go sit under a waterfall or something.
See, I've always thought that sounds relaxing.
I think it depends on how fast the water's falling.
I think it depends on the temperature of the water. I mean, you ever been in a jacuzzi?
Well, yes, but most of those scenes seem to take place in mountains. If you've ever felt mountain runoff...
It's very cold.
Exceptionally so.
Which would be very bracing and unpleasant. But if it's just running hard, I think that sounds nice. Work the tension out of the shoulders.
I don't know, pounding on the top of your head all that time? I don't have a lot of tension in the top of my skull, you know?
I think I'd try and take most of it on the back of my neck.
Nope, you're supposed to sit up straight when you're meditating.
I think it depends on your type of meditation. There's one type of Indian meditation, the name escapes me, you're just supposed to be as uncomfortable as possible.
So, they play Dark Souls?
No, they watch someone else play it poorly. Also, since when does he jump?
Since this time, because Dark Souls likes to add new movesets. Right about when you think you're getting used to it, they have to add new shit. Boy, I sure love standing behind this withered guy's ass. Smelling his corpse farts.
You have to have digestion to fart.
I suppose technically, but if you think that corpse isn't giving off some gas... Putrefaction, yo.
Oh, there's some odor coming off. We can be sure of that.
Because he does not look, you know, like he was properly mummified or anything.
You know, that's,
Look at his leg going through the fucking wall.
Yeah. That is one of the misconceptions about modern embalming. People think that it keeps you from rotting forever or even for a long period of time. Embalming buys you about a week, maybe 2 if they're good. That's the reason, like Stalin, lying in state, or Lenin, in the tomb of Lenin, are so well preserved you can still see them, and they don't look like this fucker. They are actually considered a miracle of modern embalming techniques.
Woot woot. For no appreciable effect.
Did that just make you feel better?
Yep. Did 16 fucking points of damage.
400,000 times you do that, he might die. You don't actually get to see the... You know how when you do damage, the health bar, a chunk of it turns yellow?
Yeah.
You do so little, no part of it turns yellow.
This is insane. Why the fuck does he take so little damage? Can you imagine this in New Game Plus? Where everybody's health is jacked up?
Well, I assume your damage is jacked up as well.
Your damage is going to cap out long before their hit points will. If it scales anything like in the first one, once you hit like New Game Plus 7, the hit point totals on some of the bosses are insane.
New Game Plus 7?
Yeah, you heard me. God damn it! One mistake! You make one mistake and it's over.
So don't make one mistake.
Wonderful. You spend 20 minutes doing something tedious and don't let your focus slip the tiniest bit.
This is why you aren't a fighter pilot.
Yeah? I'm not a fighter pilot. Shit is bullshit. At this point, since one hit almost killed me, I gotta do that. Undead ditch.
Hey, look, they've got that sword.
Yeah.
Bet they killed that guy.
Why on earth do you think killing him will give you that sword?
Well, you remember after we finished the first Dark Souls, we watched that speed run?
Mm-hmm.
And the big-tittied chick that gives you the Lord Vessel?
Yeah.
Well, you remember the guy just shot her and got the Lord Vessel?
Because she wasn't real.
Right, but you, instead of being presented the Lord Vessel...
When we killed Havel, did we get...
his ring?
The dragon tooth?
We got his ring.
Okay. So what makes you think we're not going to get that guy's ring?
Well, I've seen a lot of people carrying his sword around.
That's great. I'm sure there's a way to get his sword, but you probably have to earn it from him rather than just kill him and think you're going to get it. That's probably a good way to never be able to get it.
Well, but remember, how did we get the Pursuer's sword? We had his soul made into a weapon. We might need that guy's soul.
That's a boss soul. NPCs don't have those.
Dark Souls does like to change things up.
No, it doesn't. That's why this boss battle, I'm standing next to his ankles and hitting him 1,000 times. It's the same fucking thing. And where would we take it to go? Where would we take it to get it made into a sword, huh? The guy who takes boss souls and makes them into a sword?
I reckon.
It's not a boss! My God, you think the answer to every fucking problem in this game is kill it?
I mean, it is a video game.
Yes, and just kill it has caused a number of problems, if you recall.
You keep coming back to that.
Yeah? You really aren't very good at learning the lessons of the wages of your bloodlust.
It's worked up in some video games.
We're not playing those video games. We're playing a fucking Souls game. Oh!
At least you ate that on your shield. And rolled under that one. The hitbox detection on this fight is not as bad as we've seen in some of the others.
Yeah, which is a small mercy. Or it might just be that our agility is high enough that we've earned iframes, because I know at some point you do. Okay, he's...
I don't know, but it definitely... I feel like you can tell the boss fights that got more attention than others.
Yeah.
And this feels like one that the pros made. They didn't contract out.
I don't think they contracted out any. I think it's just a matter of who on the team they gave it to. Now, I will say, going back to Dark Souls 1, the interface in Dark Souls 2, greatly improved. Everything else, they did not put the kind of loving care and perfectionism that they did into the first one.
I'll say this,
just didn't.
The port is so much better.
What port? We're not playing the port.
Oh, you're right.
Damn, man. Did you have a particularly challenging day at work today?
I actually did. I wonder what the port for this is like.
I've heard it has far less problems.
Yeah, well, see, then that's good. That's good.
Oh,
damn.
At least that was just one of his one-swing moves.
Either you do have iframes or you timed that absolutely perfectly.
Well, if I do have iframes, that would still require the timing to be right. Because it's not the whole roll is invincibility. It's just... you get a few in the middle.
You know...
Oh, nope, wrong side of him.
This guy seems way out of it and pretty lazily fighting since he's dragging his sword around.
Yeah.
Probably made it dull as balls. I would hate to have fought him in his prime.
That would be problematic, yeah. You know what's really scary? The Queen sent his ass down here. I don't imagine he went particularly willingly. So fighting her is going to be a bitch and a half.
You think we fight her?
Oh, I'm certain we do. I'll bet she's the last boss. God damn it! Just trying to get away to heal.
He had you dead on that one.
Good! This is infuriating. Why? Why does he take so long to kill? What is the point of that? How is it interesting to slog through a boss fight for that long?
Well, the way I see it, you have two choices. If you find him particularly distasteful, you can go fight the ancient dragon.
And that's another thing. One-hit kills that fill the whole arena. That's funny.
It might not fill the whole thing, just most of it.
So what you're saying is the strategy would be to stand between his legs and stare at his taint for the whole fucking fight.
One would presume that the part that he doesn't fill with fire would be where he's standing. That would be sensible.
Same fucking strategy for every boss that's large.
Have you considered that that adds a little bit to the realism of the game?
No!
If you were faced with a giant and all you had was a sword, you'd get right up on him and hack away.
They're drastically different creatures, so they should require drastically different techniques. They're all the same technique. Get up there, stand right on him, roll out of the way of his hits, hit him a couple of times, do that for about half an hour.
Right. I would say that is the realistic way you'd fight these things.
But they're drastically different creatures. Why would drastically different creatures have the same strategy?
Well, in good game making, they don't. When you're trying to make something seem like, yeah, this is how you'd fight a big monster.
But they're not just a big monster. They're drastically different monsters. And none of them, over the 10,000 fucking years since people have been fighting giants, have developed a counter to the, oh no, it's standing next to my ass cheeks strategy. You'd think there'd be the tiniest bit of variation or innovation. Maybe some whimsical creative genius, some rogue who refuses to play by the system's rules, would have gotten a goddamn guess at a different tactic. But it's all the same.
Well, my only answer to that is a deer and an elephant are hunted the same way. You shoot them.
Uh-huh.
Vastly different creatures.
So let me ask you a question. When you're hunting an elephant, do you set up an elephant blind and cover yourself in elephant urine?
My understanding is they actually do.
Elephant urine?
I don't know as you require elephant piss, but you mask your scent.
Okay. And about them elephant blinds.
Yes.
What blinds you setting up in the savannah?
Well...
Oh, good. Put your back to the wall, dickhead.
One thing that they've had a little bit of success with is mirrored boxes. But mirrors are at a slight angle, so they are virtually invisible.
Mm-hmm. And would you say the British method also involved blinds and covering yourself in urine? You know, the one they used in the colonial days?
You mean the one where they sat in the bushes and took a good shot with a big-ass gun?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the same way you can hunt a deer. You don't require a blind. You can sit in the trees and... Oh, really? Oh, nice. So yeah, I'd say the same technique.
Really? You don't think there's any variation there? Have you hunted deer?
I have.
Would you say you are prepared to hunt an elephant?
I am not armed, nor do I have the nuts for it.
Well, let me give you an elephant gun. There you go.
I fired one. That shit hurts.
Well, you said they're the same, right?
Guns are bigger.
Okay. Well, if it's the same tactic like you're asserting, what should be the problem?
I'm afraid of elephants.
God damn it! I'm gonna snap this fucking thing in half! God, this is just fucking tedious! What is the point of this? Why? Why are we doing this?
You want to take a break and fight the dragon?
How do we proceed through this fucking game? We're at dead ends.
You could go back to looking for giant Sandor dragon corpses.
Where?
I don't know. You have a better memory for this than
I can't recall a single other fucking corpse.
Well, there are a couple of bonfires we missed. Maybe there's corpses there.
Oh, God. Great. So we get to go randomly hunting through the game because we have no clear idea of where to proceed. Super. That's fucking awesome.
Well, we do know there's a couple more of those doors that the King's Ring opens.
Oh, goody. It'll take us to more pointless side quests. I mean, what is the fucking point of going through the fucking menagerie and the Dragon Eyrie and all that? It dead-ended, and then it brought us to the ability to kill a bunch of giants, which gave us some souls that I guess make this guy angry? Because that seemed like a smart idea?
Maybe you crush one while you're fighting him.
Not gonna try that.
Not having one couldn't make him any more angry. He might be calm as tits because there's less of them.
Well, then why would it give them to us?
Because it's a Dark Souls game and it is programmed to hate you.
It's something to deliberately make this game harder? To make this fight more difficult?
Like the bonfire aesthetic?
Which is clearly labeled as something that makes it harder. You think they'd just fuck you into this?
Kinda.
That's fucking stupid.
Would you put it past them?
Yes, I would put it past them. Not gonna pop a soul because you think it'll make this fight easier, because then we're out the soul. And what if we don't win? Then we got, what, 2 more chances?
I'm not saying it makes it easier. I'm not saying it has an effect. I was just brainstorming.
This is fucking pointless. It's probably not even going to drop anything. This is probably just some optional fucking bragging rights boss.
Probably.
And it's not bragging rights. It's just fucking tedious. It just shows that you have the hours to devote to it.
When you ask for, you know, potential correlations, you get potential correlations. This seems like, yeah, it's a bragging rights boss. Unless maybe you do get his sword or his crown, or... I think he's got some armor laying over there in the corner.
Should be allowed to just pick up his armor. He wasn't guarding it the first time we got down here.
You did take his ring from that exact location.
No.
Yeah, his ring was on that pile of armor.
I said, you know...
Oh, I thought you said no.
If his ring was sitting there and able to be picked up, and his armor is visibly sitting there and not able to be picked up, that's either a giant pile of bullshit, or not how it works.
Maybe it's a size thing. Like, the armor's clearly too big for you.
Well, then what good's it gonna do having it?
You could probably wield that sword.
How?
Same way you wield the Pursuer's Ultra Great Sword.
That's bigger, by far.
Maybe it's the biggest weapon in the game. And it just looks silly when you use it.
That would require it to have a separate model and a separate weapon class. There's already Ultra Greatsword. What would they call this? Giga Greatsword?
I guess you just call it Ultra Greatsword, and it's the biggest of all.
But all the Ultra Greatswords use the same base model. They're just variations on it. What the fuck was that?
I will say Giga Greatsword sounds kind of cool.
That said, I don't think the game makers are that Japanese to start calling something that big Giga. That's very, we like English and Latin and French and have only the vaguest of understandings of the language, but we're going to keep the words.
I would say they are...
Japan likes to do that.
I would say they are absolutely positively that Japanese. Though they may not have done that in this case.
That's more of a bad knockoff mecha anime thing than a genuine, you know, thought-out process. Save for the Final Fantasy games, which have continued going downhill vigorously lately.
Ah.
Drink, you idiot.
Pretty sure Digimon used the word Giga a good bit.
It was also the 90s. It was a different time. Everything was kinda like that. We just had these ridiculous things and you just sort of let it happen because of the years.
Digimon was early 2000s, wasn't it?
Thought it was late 90s. 'Cause I remember watching it when I was in school. Okay, that jump, if I just keep walking straight towards him, it looks like all it does is make me lose the lock on.
Looks like.
So I guess it's an attack designed to make you panic or something?
Maybe it's his one-shot kill no matter how much health you have.
I need to stay off of his weapon arm.
Always a good plan.
God damn it.
So Casey Kasem died.
He did?
Yep. No, no, no! Yes! Very sad. Voice of Shaggy. Did Robin in the Super Friends.
Man, Super Friends was so gloriously cheesy. I don't think anything can ever be as late 60s, early 70s as the Super Friends cartoon. What is the fucking point of this? It just requires a constant fucking repetition of the same damn thing.
Such anger. So mad. Wow.
If this video cuts out, and in the next video I'm missing teeth, it's because I turned around and I punched Robb as hard as I could.
Wait, are you gonna headbutt me?
I don't see how you got that from the word punch.
Well, I don't understand how you're missing teeth.
Well, because you would then retaliate.
Oh. Probably.
This is it. If this doesn't work, I'm done. I'm not fucking with him anymore. It's not worth it. The boss just keeps pulling, or the game keeps pulling bullshit bosses out of its ass, and I'm sick of it. I am fucking sick of this.
Well.
Oh, for God's sakes. Fuck off. At least it's kind enough to leave your souls outside the fog gate. The other bosses don't do that.
True.
What the hell, man?
What?
Look at him! He came charging at me. They've never done that before. He just decided to this time, because, Dark Souls, fuck you. This is it. This is the last time I'm doing this. This is it. It's not trying again. Not trying again. He's not even called King Vendrick. He's just Vendrick.
Doesn't look very regal.
He's got a crown.
So would you say that the Super Friends was more like 60s, 70s camp than the Adam West Batman?
I would say yes, which is an impressive fucking feat.
I don't know if... I don't know.
Because as much as there were Bat Zao and the Bat everythings, there was never, meanwhile, back at the Bat Cave.
Now, here's something that I noticed, because it is well known that I fucking hate the Nolan Batman trilogy. Because I think they're just garbage that all the, like, the normal folk overhyped. But you know how in the third one, he takes the bomb out to the ocean?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that part in the old Adam West show where Batman throws a bomb into the ocean? Like, he literally carries a bomb through the city and throws it in the ocean.
Yeah, the spherical-looking one with the wick sticking out.
Yeah.
You know, the old cartoony, mustache-twirling villain bomb. Yeah.
Yeah. There's something about that to me, I am sure they're unrelated. But in my mind, I will never be able to see that part of that movie and not think of Adam West lugging an old... Actually, that's a type of cannonball used during the Civil War. And also, it looks like old-fashioned grenades. But I will never not be able to see Adam West just hauling a bomb through a city and throwing it in the ocean.
I think that scene with the bomb was from the movie, not any of the episodes of the TV series.
You might be right.
I know that's where the bat shark repellent is from. That
Yes.
was from the movie.
Yes, it is.
Which, I suppose, if he's trying to be prepared for abso-fucking-lutely everything, okay, shark repellent seems like a thing you'd want to have. Or, you know, Batman could have just punched the shark in the nose.
Now, here's an interesting one for you. Did you know that that's not the first Batman movie? There were old black and white serials that came out in the 40s and 50s. And the only reason that the Adam West Batman exists is because a producer found those serials, cut them together, and people liked them so much, they remade the Batman movie.
Huh.
Yeah, only in this Batman, the serial one, he works for the CIA.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't any Bruce Wayne, any of that. You know, you killed my parents, fuck you. It was, I work for the CIA. They tell me to dress this way and fight communists.
Alrighty.
Which he did with a machine gun.
Well, that does seem like an adequate communist fighting weapon.
It is exceptionally good for fighting communists, as is having reasonable food and quality standards of living. Looking at you, North Korea.
They're not trying to fight communism. So what you should be telling them is, oh, what to have to fight capitalism. You know, for glorious leader.
What I'm saying is North Korea doesn't have good food because they're communists. Were they to embrace capitalism, there'd be a McDonald's in Pyongyang tonight. Everybody'd have themselves a pair of Levi's.
Did you know North Korea is the world's only necrocracy?
Where a dead person is still the leader for life? Yes, I did.
Well, obviously not leader for life, but...
For eternity.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That shit's fucking bizarre.
Communism, man. You gotta have that cult of personality or shit falls apart.
That's not even a communism thing anymore. That's just... Everything about North Korea is fucking nuts. It's absolutely insane.
It's really just the most functional, absolute monarchy on the planet.
I don't know. I mean... Ugh. First of all, they're not monarchs.
I'm sorry, the grandfather, the son, and then grandson. All in succession.
That makes them a dynasty, not a monarchy. Monarchy requires them to have the divine right of kings. Communism? Atheistic. Or at least, you know, Soviet communism.
They are not Soviet communists.
That's where they got their heritage from, and they are atheistic. So, no.
Except for the worship of great leader. When you believe...
That's not religious worship, though. That's, like, idolizing. Well, idolatry. Fuck. It's an appropriate term in this situation.
But remember, Kim Jong-il was born on the holiest mountain in North Korea. How can it be holy without religion?
Ugh.
That's from his official biography.
And at any rate, they do not rule by divine right. And that's all that's required to not be a monarchy. They don't claim divine right. And technically, ruler's absolute authority resides with the, Kim Il-sung?
The grandfather.
Yeah.
You just rule as his regent.
Right. But it's not a regency. It's the party rules in his stead. A regency would be one man empowered. In this case, the National Party actually rules the country, and Kim Jong-un is the head of the party.
Which is... I mean, it's semantics at that point to say he's anything less than the absolute leader.
He does not have absolute authority. That is well known. He absolutely does not.
You might beat him this time.
Because his grandfather has the absolute authority. His father has more authority than him, again, even though he's dead. And he technically has more authority than anybody else, but the combined rule of the party is still more than what he has. Which means his son, presumably, is going to have even less authority.
Well, as long as you're ruling in the name of someone, it's, I don't think that's how my great-grandfather would like it. And you're done.
Doesn't matter, because he does not speak for his grandfather. The party does. Oh, shit. I hate when he jumps to put his back against the wall. That's when I have the least number of options, and then I'm away from him and have to get out of it!
Come on, come on, come on!
I got my shield back up.
I do not know how you lived through that.
I have no idea either.
Hey, someone rated your message.
Did that heal me? I think that healed me.
I wonder which message it was.
Maybe the fatty about the poison? I don't know.
Maybe.
Come on, come on.
Maybe our loyal tin soldiers are seeking out the messages they watch us write just to rate them.
Suppose it's possible.
Well, hell, they had some real success tracking us down. Also, happy late birthday to the pursuer. Yes.
God, I gotta get him away from the wall.
I remember y'all's birthdays when you tell them to me.
Oh, come on, recover, recover, recover. That's a little spooky.
Why? I like our fans.
I barely remember my wife's birthday. That's the extent of what I can remember.
Yes, but I care more about people than you do.
People are overrated.
See, that's why I do the social media stuff.
See, division of labor. Because oddly enough, I would find managing all the social media stuff you do more painful than this shit. Oh, good.
You're gonna break your sword on him.
That's nuts. Especially since this is slower and I can only get in the one swing, really. Yeah, because that one won't work.
You could just go till the fire longsword breaks. It's doing you no good now, and it'll do you... You know what I mean?
Suppose. What?!
Whiffed those, didn't you?
I went right through his fucking legs. Apparently the hitbox of the sword is not the blade. Or he's lagging. Maybe he's got a bad multiplayer connection, and the ping is just murder. Also, are there children in the backyard? I think I keep seeing someone dressed in blue walking around back there.
Yeah, there is in fact a child at the tin-plated studio harassing a cat.
We don't have any kids.
Nope, we sure don't.
Why is some random neighborhood kid harassing my cats?
Get off my lawn, you damn kids!
Okay, I gotta get some distance, because, again, he's back against the wall!
I don't know, you want me to go tell the little kid to fuck off?
Does that count as social media?
Well, yeah, technically.
Is there media involved?
Well, he's probably gonna tweet about it.
Oh, God. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, keep it together.
He's now climbing into the tin-plated storage shed.
Broke the sword.
Just keep swinging. Oh, it's doing 8. And then he kills you. Woo!
It's over.
Ah, that's
It's
right.
over. Okay, what did we get for this? What did
An
we get?
achievement. You got a fat lot of dick all. I'm gonna go yell at a kid. So, I hope everybody enjoyed this. Sean, it's okay to cry. Strong men cry too.
We didn't get anything?
The feeling of accomplishment at having beat him? The warm fuzzies? You don't have to fight him anymore? Come here, bring it in.
Why would they do that?
Bring it in. It's okay, buddy. We'll see you guys next time. Are your nipples hard? This is weird, bro.